found the beast lady on the beach in this DLC, and just did one dragon breath at her, and so much of it hit her that it just skipped the fight. I'm like, oh, okay.
All right, let's go down here and do the Ghost Flame Dragon, because the weapon that I kind of want to play with a little bit is just like right down here. However, let's wait to talk to the NPCs. So like, let's not go towards them. Is there anything down here? I think there might be something.
Yeah, poison boys around here.
Yeah.
Poison.
I meant like a spirit ash, or like a revered spirit ash or something.
Oh. Yeah, I think he is sitting in front of something like that.
Okay.
I thought he was at least.
He might be. I think he's down there. I don't think he's right here. I think he's on the other side, which is fine. There is an item right here though. I don't see anything on right here on this hill.
Okay, then yeah, he's on the other side. All right, my bad. I visually cannot see anything on the map, so I don't know. And I haven't memorized this DLC.
I think there's stuff down under the bridge.
Okay, I think there's a lot of health
there from the other side.
Yeah, I think there's stuff under the bridge, but we can't get there from here.
Bird did a backflip.
All right.
Yeah, I can knock them onto their ass.
They're pretty easy to place break. It's nice. So yes, we are very intentionally avoiding some stuff at first. But I have a pretty high confidence level with like the path we should take through the DLC.
Okay.
And
no, we get the nighttime level tier.
And I remember quite a bit of it, so hopefully we shouldn't forget anything. It should be relatively simple to do. Larval tier, let's go. Let's unlock this.
I forgot about this spot.
Let's go to this town first.
That ring of glowing gravestones is so weird.
All right. There's a guy here. He says, "Oh, how it hurts from the very tip to toe. Help me, I must ask, am I human still? Is that the reason I yet suffer so?" And this is referring to these man-flies. So these man-flies are actually the evolutionary end result of a certain caste of horn scent, which are people with horns. And this is actually, something we'll learn more of throughout the DLC, but what we know of in the main game as the Omen are actually people heavily afflicted with the condition of the horn scent, a pre-America, pre-Erd Tree religion that was sort of heavily oppressed by America's reign. And now in the reign of the Erd Tree, anyone afflicted with horns are basically called slurs, and that's not great. So yeah, Omen was a slur this whole time.
The alternative looks like bug people, which I don't think is equally great.
From a divine perspective, they're just kind of doing their own thing.
No, this doesn't need to happen. Look at all these bodies. This is a bad idea. I think
doing their own thing,
all right.
chilling out. They're just hanging out on the giant pile of World War II imagery.
Yeah, but also there is a war happening. So like, as far as we know,
two things could be true at once.
Yes,
they should not practice religion, and there's too many bodies around here.
Sure, I'm just saying, the way that the culture of this world exists, the man-flies did exist prior to a war breaking out. And it's interesting because it very directly correlates insects and things that we associate with death in America's time with the Crucible, which is the sort of pre-Erd Tree that kind of symbolizes all of life. Now, this DLC really heavily features concepts of the Crucible.
Oh, God, where did all these guys come through?
Did someone take a nap?
I did not take a nap.
A death nap?
No,
I was working on clearing the path to the upgrade thingy, Spirit Ash thingy.
I do feel like Elden Ring leans so heavily on Holocaust imagery that you start to just get numb to it.
Yeah.
You start to stop noticing how often you're walking on an entire cave floor of bodies again.
Is that Holocaust imagery? That seems just more medieval imagery to me.
I mean, in this DLC very specifically, it is about religious persecution and ethnic cleansing. So it does have like a pretty ethnic undertone to it.
Die.
But
Yeah,
yes,
'cause
here we
it shows
go.
up here, but also shows up like in all the jar caves, like
Yep.
specifically when you get to like the basement areas with the lumpy floors where the big jars will start spiral attacking you. Like those usually are just literally the entire floor is bodies.
Yeah, we'll
Jesus
talk about
Christ.
jars when we get to them.
Even Fear and Hunger save this for the ending.
Yeah, the jars are a very complex thing, a huge lore reveal, but talking about it from a historical perspective, burial jars are some of the oldest forms of how we buried our dead even in the real world, and Elden Ring kind of plays with that too, of like this older form of burial rite, this religious sort of procession with it here in the Lands of Shadow. But one of the other interesting things about this is that the term crucible in English, we often associate this with like a trial. Like this is like a crucible. It's like a thing that we need to go through or endure in order to like become better or prove ourselves. But in the term in Japanese for crucible in this context, and this is another meaning of it in English, is like crucible pot. In Japanese, a crucible is called the rutsubo, which is literally like a pot, like a melting pot. That's what the translation is. And so in this instance, the crucible that is being referred to in all of these instances is literally a jar. And it's the jar from which all life melds and comes together, et cetera, et cetera.
And that's why that character is named America.
America.
Because it's a melting pot.
Because it's a melting pot. Yes.
America.
Good joke. We're all laughing, and Keith is very funny. Milo! Stop it! This demon cat.
We're at the dragon. Whoops.
We are at the dragon. I am looking for my
Did not
katana
spot it at first.
because I can't remember where it is. I think it's up here near all these birds.
Go kick his ass.
This dragon is very well hidden.
Oh, Gravebird armor. That's not what I was looking for, but I will take it. Where the fuck is the great katana? I thought it was right here.
He has cleverly disguised himself as driftwood.
It's fine.
So don't hit him.
I
Yeah.
was a bit in disbelief when it started moving, but in part because I was like, there can't be another dragon. They can't be back.
And then the rest of the DLC happened.
Uh-huh.
Look, I'd rather take dragons any day over the fucking what's it called?
The furnace
Uh,
golems.
No, the twisty like
The
twisty
tree
turny
roots?
things, not the
There's
yeah,
a
the
bunch of
tree root
those.
thing.
Yeah.
There's a
No,
bunch
not
of
the-
tree
sorry,
roots
not-
too.
I
Oh, no,
meant
not the worms.
worms. I meant
The
Oh, Erd Tree
future-
avatars?
yeah, what's the fucking name of it? The
The
thing, the
ulcerated
shadow
tree
or-
root?
ulcerated tree root. thank
Yeah,
you.
that might be it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which one
the
is that?
wormy
What does
guy.
that look like?
It's
Uh,
like
no,
a...
not that
Everything.
one.
Okay.
It's like
boss.
the big tree snake that hurls holy at you.
No, I mean the sunflower.
Oh.
Oh,
the,
the...
flowers?
The
Okay.
Oh, the
sure.
Shadow Tree avatar? I love that
Yeah,
fight.
the shadow tree.
I
fucking
loved
hate
that
that
fight.
guy.
That fight rules.
Too many fucking. He has way too many phases, and I'm tired of his little sassy fucking.
Smack him in the face.
I don't think I've been
His
there
head
yet.
slam.
All
I
right.
think I
Let's do
died
this.
to that one because I didn't realize there was another phase, and I just kind of walked away from it.
That's
Alrighty.
hilarious.
Yeah, I'm not that far yet.
What the fuck just happened?
Big guy.
His health just went most of the way down on my screen.
Well, there's the great katana.
Yeah, I got the
Well,
great
not
katana.
mine.
Is it a great katana though?
It is really cool. He doesn't have health for me. Oh, now he does. Very good.
Yeah, I can't see his health, but we'll figure it out.
Okay. There is sort of a thing that I will be able to do later that might be beneficial. Like, it would be beneficial to wait to do the dragons for, but
Ah, I forgot about that.
that's fine.
Tail whip.
Because I think we might be able to even get the Dragon Slayer katana, which would be really helpful for us. Oh, I got instant killed.
Ow,
Oopsie.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
Big damage. Rude.
Oh, I'm respawning. How wonderful.
Oh,
Nah,
he's
he's
respawning.
routed.
Oh, he's respawning.
Oh, did you kill the boss?
Oh, wonderful.
Nope.
Oh, no, he's back.
no.
There.
Ow!
He's got a little bit out of his arena.
I thought
Oh.
the timing made me think that him responding to despawned him.
There goes
is
his
he
health.
exploding?
Ow.
Yeah, that
I
was
think you're seeing the
exploding.
same visual bug I did. It showed him go down to 10% when you
Yes.
first spawned.
Oh,
Oi!
we're getting him. We're getting him.
Oh, yeah.
Yep,
No problem.
easy.
Oof. There we
Good
go.
job.
We did it.
See, that
Where was
wasn't
that
too
katana?
bad.
Oh. Gross bug. Go away.
And it would have been nice if they just made a new dragon. The DLC.
What does
You
that
just
mean?
gave him a new breath
A new
weapon.
dragon.
That's the same thing, right?
He does
just mean, like,
actually
it's-
have a new attack that none of the other dragons have.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like they brought back the base dragon design again.
Yeah.
And reused
I mean-
it several more times. And I'm like,
There
maybe
is
make
a new dragon design, but he's worse.
Where the hell is the katana? again?
Interesting.
Literally right in
it
the
should've been
center
right
of
in front of
the.
him.
Yeah.
it was
Oh,
right next to
right.
him.
Right here.
Oh, there we go.
All
There's
right.
also the painting puzzle is right over here too.
Oh yes, let's grab that really quick.
I can't even remember what the reward is, but it's by
Is
this
a-
arch.
Do we have the
Is there a
painting
dragon
painting
for
for it
every
yet?
element?
I have not solved any of this DLC's paintings.
I don't think I did either. I don't think I did any of them.
Yeah, one of them is by this thing.
We might have to find the painting first.
Yeah,
we have to find the
We have to find the painting first. Yeah.
Boo.
Okay.
I did, I think, 2 of the painting puzzles.
I think there's only 3 in the DLC, if I remember correctly. Ugh.
That sounds right.
On the ass.
Well,
There
all
we go.
right. Smithing stone 4 times 2. These guys drop good stuff. Smithing stone 5. We're gonna level up weapons. We're gonna have so many weapon level ups from this DLC. I do no damage against these guys though.
I was like keeping him in a lock.
There we go.
You just have to be very
Perfect.
mean.
All right.
Yeah.
There's some more stuff over here for me to grab.
If you're unfeelingly cruel, then the bird will die.
Okay, so we did Ghost Flame. Let's go into Bellerot Jail.
The fact that these random enemies drop more Smithing Stone 3s than the entire base game.
It is very helpful. They're very kind in the DLC, giving you so many useful upgrades so quickly.
Yeah, you don't really feel it if you're at the end of the game and you have all the bell bearings. You just buy them, but doing it this way it feels amazing.
I do feel it at the end of the game because everything I pick up is worthless to me.
I will be right back. I'm gonna go to the table of law. I'm gonna go to the round table hold really quick, and then upgrade the great katana just to see what I need to get it handled, get it up to where I want.
I want a better weapon. Oh,
The gams are out.
nothing. I've got nothing.
Okay, 208 souls isn't bad.
I
208,000.
evolved beyond the need for pants.
That's profound.
Well, I took you
I'm.
for no matter
Oh,
how
actually, I
you're
need to change my pants. You're reminding me. Thank you.
It's so wild, like coming to the DLC and just like having additional items required. I need more smithing stone 1s. God damn it. Oops. It's interesting coming back to like the base game areas after the DLC because it just feels so different. Like it's a completely different universe. Like it feels so, yeah, just different. Why is Dung Eater dead? What the fuck?
We did it. We killed him.
Honestly, he deserved it.
Oh,
with a
he's
name
not.
like that.
He's not dead.
Oh, damn it.
His model was just glitched out.
We should kill him.
He's just role playing as a dead guy.
He's
I
an
do that for my
intriguing
taxes.
character.
Doesn't he have his own ending?
Yes.
What?
We
What
should
he
hear him out. He
does?
probably has some
Yes.
good ideas.
He has his own. Okay. I think I just two-tapped his ass and was done with it. I didn't even like think about it.
He's got a
Did-
bizarre
did you just find
perspective.
him do you just find him in prison and then kill him?
Yeah, like his name's Dung Eater. I'm not hearing him out. There's no fucking like. There's no chance there.
Like, I remember the narrator screaming about that guy. I probably should stop him.
All right, I need.
The beginning of the game shows him like hanging by his neck. He must not be a good guy. I'm done with it. Just get him out of there.
He's pretty bad. He's a pretty bad dude. But his logic is interesting. I don't know if I agree with it, but it's interesting. His idea of wanting to. He suffered so much, and the world is so bad that he figures if everyone suffers, then maybe the world will be better, which is intriguing. Weird take because everyone kind of is suffering, but you know.
I think I remember having that opinion in high school. Very clearly a very deep man with
He's
a lot
just
of
peak
thought.
edgelord.
He is very peak edgelord with that kind of mentality.
Edge Lord?
Edge.
I might have just accidentally
guess he's
progressed
technically
him
a
trying to
bum.
see if he was dead or
He's
not,
alive.
but it's fine. I ran away before he finished speaking, so I think it might just reset his dialogue.
I talked for way too long about how clever these ledges are in my playthrough.
The breakaway ones?
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's like FromSoftware always like they avoid situations where you're going to agonize over whether or not you can jump down a place or whether or not you can survive the fall or whether or not you should go that way yet, by just jump scaring you with collapsing ledges.
Yep.
Unless
Yeah,
you're outside,
yeah, it's really good.
then you're constantly agonizing and you're always wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Like in these
inside
places that-
dungeons,
Yeah, they put these collapsing ledges, and they specifically make it so that they collapse before you can reach the distance where you would even comfortably stop to look down. So like, it's always a little jump scare moment.
Is anyone else using Frostbite?
I can.
No.
I
No.
have it memorized, but
I'm poison.
Okay.
I haven't been
bleed.
using it just because there's fire going around.
Yeah.
I
I-
heard there's fire going around.
I'm trying to decide if I want to prioritize just one type of AR or not. I think I could probably go lightning for Great Katana, which could be interesting.
Peak anime.
But we don't have the lightning thing yet, so my choices are limited at the moment.
My LC has a
You're not gonna even kill this guy
katana.
drinking?
It's really long and it has lightning.
Jesus Christ, Caw. Chill out.
No.
You're using
I don't think I
Moog's
hit
spear?
anything.
Neat.
Yeah.
Wait a second. I think you described a character in Naruto.
Probably that's what Naruto is.
Yeah.
That's why I liked it when I was in high school.
How dare you?
Like
Oh,
Naruto.
this guy.
Yes.
She says, "Oh, please, not the jar, anything but that. I promise I won't ever do it again. I swear a living saint I'll surely be. Please, you must forgive me, please." So this is interesting because it actually shows that, like, the horn scent were just, like, putting people in jars prisoners as well. It wasn't just one religious group after a while. They were basically putting people in jars in general as their resources dwindled and as they were trying to construct their religious world, which is interesting.
Funny reveal here.
This thing is fucking
Gross.
brutal. So these
Gross.
things are really crazy.
Gross.
These things are really crazy.
Gross.
And a lot of people don't realize how crazy their models are because they disappear when they die. So these things are blonde-haired women that have like a weird rune carved into their head.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yep.
So, and they look very similar to another blonde-haired woman. So we can just
Yep.
sit on that for a little bit.
I didn't even see hair.
Yeah, she's got hair.
Yeah, they got
She's
hair.
got hairs.
Yeah,
Face
they're-
like a
they're
blindfold
creepy.
situation going on.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're really creepy.
You can do this without jumping, by the way.
Yeah,
Yes,
I know.
you can.
I know. Okay, I know. Lay off.
And I prefer to do it that way so I don't overjump because I have died to do that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I love the trick they pull with the last one.
The trick that they pulled with the last one is extremely clever. There is
What
a chest
happened
over
last
here.
one?
Ah!
The
And she
last
tries
one
to
you land
Akira
on is
you.
actually a dude.
It's an enemy, yeah.
Hefty cracked pot.
Crackpot? Yeah, I went to the top level that has loot.
I
Oof.
didn't know that was there.
That does so
I
much
forgot
damage.
about that ledge there. Fuck.
Yep. What drives me crazy about these guys is even when you're seemingly stun locking them, they will just get an attack out. They're so annoying. The meat wad enemies.
Can I parry
pretty
these
hard to
guys?
stagger.
Let's see. Hit me. No, I can't parry them. Oh well. Jesus, the AoE is
Jesus
fantastic.
Christ.
Yeah. And it buffs the weapon afterwards, but then there's nothing to hit.
It's true. Bad game design.
Get it together, game developers.
Oh,
Fire
do no
fans.
damage to them. Yikes.
Owie.
One coming up from behind. Oh! Whips do real good against these people.
Wad exploded.
All right. I think, yeah, right after here, there is a secret spot, I think. Or no, maybe not in this one. I don't remember.
It's in this one. I don't remember exactly where. I think a little further.
Yeah, possibly a little further. So yeah, these are jars. This is where warrior jarring comes from. As a result of the purge and the war and
Bleed.
get your weird hamburger chunks away from me. Oh my god, it does so much damage.
The hamburger chunks.
Just gotta put your glove on, be a proper hamburger helper.
Okay.
Get you a man who has a chest claw and is an amalgam of 10 torture victims.
I just need to take a moment here to just let everyone know, if it was ambiguous up to this point in Elden Ring,
Wood?
that ethnic cleansing is bad and you shouldn't do it. Just putting that out there. It's probably not a good thing to do. And now we've learned. Now we've learned about that.
I don't know. I like to
Sure.
play Death of the
Al-
Author to the games I play.
Gotcha.
Alexander seems really happy about his life. He's very confident and strong.
Very cheery,
like,
boisterous.
Yeah, he's very cheery, boisterous. Happy guy. I think the cleansing did well for his soul, honestly.
I'd go as far as to say jolly, even.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Let's see.
You got one chasing you?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, he seems happier than Mesmer.
Mesmer has mommy issues.
I don't think he's capable of happiness.
I don't think that's true. He
Smiles
seemed
at
pretty
you
happy.
during the cutscene.
Yeah, he.
I didn't spend a lot of time with him. I killed him in one try.
Me,
Whoa.
I think I killed him on my second try.
I finished with a critical, and that feels really good.
That does
I
feel
haven't
good.
tried
Good
to
for
kill
you.
him yet.
It's a good fight. I like it.
I walked into the
just-
chamber and was like, oh, it's the big boss fight from the cover. And then I drank my don't lose my soul's juice and then respawned and left.
You can always
had a-
quit out of the game if you, like. I don't mean Alt F4. I mean like open the menu and quit. If you ever want to leave the boss fog, just as a heads up.
I had an Endwalker moment
Wow,
with him
wow.
where it's like, okay, I'm like halfway through the game and he's dead. What now?
Yeah.
I know this intellectually, but I never use like
There we go.
things other than normal in-game tools while I'm playing. Like, it doesn't even occur to me.
Yeah. I get that. There's a lot of stuff on top of these jars, and I don't remember the exact pathway we need to go to get to them.
I don't remember the exact pathway up to them either.
This place is kind of convoluted.
It is very convoluted.
And you can accidentally break the easiest ways up.
You're
There we go.
What is the way to get them? Oh, I think it's here.
Stop goring on me. Stop bleeding on me as an attack and bleed from my attacks.
It's very inconsiderate.
I'm just trying to trigger bleed.
He beat me to it.
Oh, there's another Jar Saint over here. Oh, and
Yeah, on one hand, I want to
cookbook.
fight people that my friends are fighting so that the thing doesn't just beat me up. But on the other hand, I don't want to fight the guys my friends are fighting because they keep making the enemy have iframes.
Ah. And is there anything else? I think there's one other thing somewhere around here, but I don't know where. She hamburgered me.
Yum yums.
Don't hamburger, hot dog.
There we go.
No, wait, what are the
Was
speeding
she
terms?
your hamburger helper? How the
No,
fuck do you make that jump?
you try really hard. You do it very carefully. I think I got everything. I don't think there's anything else left for me. No, I didn't. There's one thing back here. Hefty cracked pot. Another one. How convenient. There's 2 in this room.
Okay, hopefully I haven't gone up to any of these things yet. Let's see.
So many cookbooks that I'll never use.
I am low on Estus.
Uh-oh.
This place is rough.
There's still enemies to discover, apparently.
There's one Jar Saint walking
Oop,
around as
Gore.
well.
Goreclaw. Ka used tail whip. It was disgusting. Whoop.
Somehow, oh, does Tailwood block?
I don't know.
Ow.
Because he keeps doing
Incoming
his
other one?
long arm attack, and it's not damaging me, but my
Oh,
stamina's going.
you might not be able to get grabbed during it properly because it's a special animation.
No, at least on my screen, it seemed like it was targeting me.
Oh, you've got to be kidding.
Don't hamburger. Thank you. All right. There is something down here this way. It's all the way down here. And then this way, there's a cracked pot up here.
Cracked pot.
That way. Illusory.
I have no idea where you-
This way. Right at the end of here is a cracked pot.
Nice.
All right. I think if you have 2 cracked pots already, then that's all of them.
All the important stuff, yeah.
There's a cookbook around as well, but it's just on the floor.
Yeah, I found that.
Okay.
Thankfully.
Cool. Now we can just head to the area, the next spot, I think.
Our loot is scary zombie pots.
There we go.
Really makes you think.
I need to like spend time in that one room specifically.
Okay, yeah. So
so I don't get fucking lost.
this
man.
is
It's
this
annoying.
is where the secret is that we're gonna want to do. So we have to be
Yes.
careful and clear out all of this stuff. Smithing stone 3s. How very nice. Oh, why are you hitting me? Also, why do I have a health debuff right now? I don't have a Baldekin's Blessing.
So these tiny pots are children, right?
Not just children. I mean, technically they could be, but it's just little corpses. We don't really know specifically because people do get like mashed up and put in here. So
Oh, okay. I was gonna say what else is
Mash
giving off
'em,
little
cook 'em in a stew.
corpses?
yeah, I don't think it's specifically a single corpse. Like it's
The
not.
this AI does not know how to react if you just come back over here. Like they all start.
Well, it doesn't know how to react if it's dead either.
They'll try to initiate their ambush and they can't figure out how to cross this little gap.
Oh,
in particular,
God.
sometimes they'll fall in the crack and then just be stuck there floating forever, because they're too big to fall through. So I got one to just get stuck in the crack and be trapped there.
I have no fucking
Suspended.
health. Oh my god.
Are you out of pots?
I am very close. I have 2 left and I'm saving them for the boss fight.
Bunch up on me.
Thank you. All right.
Chat's telling on you.
Chat's telling on
They
me.
ran away.
Toaster died like 5 times trying to get to that elevator.
Oh yeah, I did. But it was just because I kept like the collision kept dropping me off. You guys are gonna want to jump on real quick,
We
or
all
we'll
fit
have to
on
take
it sometime?
turns.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
wow.
Oh my god! That is fucking terrifying.
How did we all make it?
But yes, I died 100
God.
times right here.
I'm just gonna wait for it to go. Oh, no. Am I? Okay. It stabilized. I thought it was gonna go down. Now I'd have to write it up again.
I think somebody stepped on the thing.
Yeah.
All right. Oh,
Nice try, nerd.
Right.
Fall for that.
there we
I
go.
need more arcane.
I think
The
there's
does not
one
come fast
more
enough.
over here. We might need to be careful. I think it's out back, maybe. I don't know. And here we get the
Yeah, it's
Great
good.
Jar. So a Great Jar which fits comfortably over the head when upturned, attire of the shamans who perform their worship at jails. Increases the power of thrown pots of all sizes. They offer their prayers to the innards of the Great Jars, such that they might be reborn one day into sainthood. This is the cycle of death and rebirth taken into the hands of mortal men. So this is interesting because it says that the shamans here performed their worship at jails, and that they offered their prayers to the innards of the Great Jars, which implies that the Great Jars were not filled with shamans at first, and something happened to change that. So this
I
is
forgot this item
intriguing.
existed. I should have been using it every time I dealt with the fire giants.
Yeah, yes, correct.
It also just
The
has like
pothead?
a lot of armor.
Yep. It was a weapon designed for Let Me Solo Her, just from a style standpoint. All right, and then we can
Just a wouldn't it be funny if?
just an even bigger, even more defensive jar. So yeah, that's like an interesting item because it like sets up this idea that the shamans were here offering prayers to the jars before necessarily they were getting stuffed in the jars. Kind of a weird moment, kind of a weird thing. I don't really know what to think
Like a
about
last
it.
rites.
More like
I heard getting
religious.
shoved in jars is bad for you.
Yeah, like I don't think it's just a last rites thing. I think it's just in general.
It's probably the worst fad diet of all.
Like, you mean indoctrination style? Like, they just showed up and started telling them they should be put in pots instead?
Well, no. So what happened was eventually the Horn Scent turned on the shamans and started kidnapping them and then putting them into jars. So for like an ethnic thing, they would torture them and then put them into jars because their bodies made really good glue. That's not a joke.
Okay,
That's the
okay.
lore.
These poor healing spells are so weak.
Yeah, it's the one from the start of the game, and it doesn't fucking scale.
All right.
No.
We haven't gotten any of the big ones.
Demi-human Swordmaster Anza. Let's do
This thing
this.
scared me because it started doing waterfowl dance.
The Spirit
Yeah,
Ash
he backstabbed. It's
version of
over.
this is really good.
Oh, he's
I don't think
fucked.
he's having a good time.
The stun lock. Oh,
There's
no.
the bleed.
I put bleed on one of my
I
claws.
can't
too,
even
so
see
we'll
'em.
work together.
You can see us.
Are we the baddies? There's a bleed.
I mean, maybe we can do the DLC.
Maybe we can do the DLC. We did just do a 100,000 damage combo. So, I mean, it's pretty cool that that happened.
This shit is funny.
Eh.
All right. So, got some good
Well,
stuff
now
out
they
of
know.
there.
I noticed they make a point to explain that the ashes are somebody else
Yes.
each time.
So Anza's, so demi-human swordsman Yosh, Anza, a master swordsman who devoted himself to the
Yosh.
Starline sword, realized that only ruin awaited at the end of the procession of stars and imprisoned himself in order to forestall it. However, Yosh, an apprentice who absorbed his technique, stubbornly refused to heed his master's words and spent his entire life at his side in defiance of his self-imposed seclusion. So it kind of mirrors Lusat and Azur's kind of seeing of the primeval current in the base game and then kind of going mad and becoming ascetic.
You know, like, of course you're gonna be alone, and I'll be there too.
We
I don't
can be
remember this
alone
quote from.
together.
All right. Is there
What is that?
anything over here?
What is that scene from?
I don't know.
Remembering anything ever is hard. No one should do it.
It sounds annoying, and I feel like I have seen it, the thing that it's from, and I associate it with a character that is annoying.
It might. I feel like it was Dory.
I don't know.
Dory said that.
I have no idea.
Because Dory just insisting on coming with Marlin.
All right. Oh, let's
Do we wanna
go.
cross the bridge, or are we gonna go right first towards
Hold
where they want us to go
on.
first?
I just
Without
want to.
roots?
I want to make sure of
Or
something.
Bailey Rat?
We can go down here under the bridge a little bit, can't we? Because there's some
Oh,
stuff
chat's
down here.
right. It's Samwise Gamgee.
Aw. Wow, you did him dirty comparing him
Yeah,
to
you were so
Dory.
mean to Sam, the most beloved character in the history
I wasn't
of
the one that
movies.
compared him to Sam or to Dory. What? I said I remember.
You said whoever it was, they're annoying.
Yes, I said I remember that being something annoying that I found annoying.
Like, of course you have it carrying it alone, and I'm coming too.
No, that's different than you'll be alone and I will be there also.
Well, yeah, because I couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah, exactly. But what I'm saying is
I'm the annoying one. I get
Yes.
it.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Thank you.
That makes sense.
All roads lead back to me.
Yes, it's you. Let's see. All right. Let's I don't think there's anything else over here. There's just a rune. There was a rune for me and then a
I need to
thingy.
watch Lord of the Rings again.
Lord of the Rings is pretty good. I want to
I feel
read
like it's
it
been
again.
Like 5 years again.
I want to read it again, but that's really long and that it takes a long time.
I
read
tried
it
reading
right before
them
it came
once in the worst way I could have, which is that the first 2 movies were out, and I was tired of waiting, so I wanted to read the 3rd book.
Mm-hmm.
And if you pick up the 3rd book after watching the first 2 movies, it doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
Yeah.
Because none of the books and movies line up with each other directly at all.
Correct.
It's not like picking up like Harry Potter book 4 after the 3rd movie and being like, not exactly the same things happened, but it's still, year 4. Like it literally opens on like a prologue of like Pippin being carried by Gandalf to Minas Tirith, and I'm like, I don't know what any of the words on this page mean.
I want to reread those books because I read them in grade school originally, and they're important.
Yeah, I tried in middle school.
I liked them.
I was like, this is too dense. I'm gonna go back to reading Necroscope, a series I should not have been reading in middle school.
They're linguistics, and I like that. I'm at the Scorched Ruins. Can
Necroscope was the first series that ever introduced the concept of sounding to me.
Great. Love that.
The vampires use their tongues to do it.
Okay. Well, what you guys are going to do is give me 2 smithing stone 3s, and I don't know what you'll use to do that, but I'm guessing it will be your controller.
They're like land eaters.
Can we...
Surf 'em up, buddy.
That series is both extremely horny and also just viciously, horrifyingly violent, and often at the same time.
Milo, you keep turning off my computer in the middle of my stream, and I think I would still take you over my friends. I think I would choose you. I think I would choose you.
He says this, but he keeps coming back.
Alright, there's a stack of 6 of them on the ground.
Oh, perfect. I didn't need 6, but I will switch to the Daikatana most likely if I have the resources.
Do you remember if the poison spray mist uses regulars or sombers?
What? The poison spray mist is an Ash of War.
No, sorry, the poison.
Oh, the perfume.
bottles.
They're all
Yeah.
regular. They're all regular. None of them are somber, I don't think. So if you need some of these back, you can have them.
Well, it'll be a while before we get that.
It's not too far away, but yeah, we can. What the?
Chat's very excited about Necroscope now.
As I mentioned before, I've been reading Mistborn, and it's still really fucking good. I like those books. It's cool. It's cool when you find an author that is pretty good, and you're like, I like that, and then you find out that they have 37 novels written. It's very exciting. Okay.
I finished Elantris and I started on the first Mistborn book.
As in recently or just in the past?
Recently, yes.
Oh, okay. I want to read Elantris really bad because people said that it was like Elden Ring, which sounds interesting to me.
It is very Elden Ring, actually, yes.
Well, I took you no matter it. Lay out your own.
Big whips.
All right.
Do that. As a background for chat, Necroscope is a series about a guy who has the ability to speak to the dead in a specific setting where the dead live on after they die, like their consciousnesses go on. So the great minds like Mobius and whatnot go on to like continue to develop their sciences and their arts and so on. And so he kind of unlocks superpowers by being able to talk to the dead that have
Oh
now
wait, how?
had hundreds of
They don't have
years
any
too.
tools.
Then they're bind. It's fine.
That's bullshit.
So it's like
Fucking
a
dumb.
modern-ish day thing with like evil Russians and vampires and vampire werewolves and blah blah blah. But if the spy shit doesn't appeal to you, I recommend skipping to the Blood Brothers trilogy, which is a completely insane like heavy metal like high fantasy nightmare setting that is separate from the modern day setting the rest of the series takes place in, because they warp into another universe at one point, and the descendants of the events of that storyline just go on to do the largely separate Blood Brothers trilogy in that setting. So you can pretty much just jump into those ones separately. And that's the completely insane world where vampires rule the world, and they have like Zerg creep, and they literally build entire spires and castles out of flesh, and like flesh molding and all this other shit. And they make like Zerg-like monsters with gas splatters and shit like that out of like human remains. And the entire world is divided by a giant mountain range along the equator. It's probably not the equator, but along the middle of the world, and it's this giant mountain range that causes a situation where the whole planet kind of follows like Arctic Circle rules, where there's just a super long day and a super long night. So it's this like big day-night cycle reality world where things are normal-ish and people are recovering during like the very, very, very long days, but then every time the sun sets, it's this huge time for the vampires to just come across the border and start just raiding everybody and causing insane, horrible mayhem.
Couldn't they just do the same to the vampires' home? They could just go back during the day and just like burn their shit down.
That's more or less the arc things are pointing towards, but there's obviously
Oh,
a
okay,
power
okay.
dynamic.
I mean,
like that
what
your
is everyone who
initial-
doesn't? What is everyone who lives on the sunny side doing when it's nighttime? They're just gonna die anyways. Might as well go burn a fucking.
Mostly desperately trying to farm or do anything or have any kind of semblance of a world.
But they don't
It's not
have
having a
day.
great
It's
time.
it's permanently night for like
All right.
multiple days.
But it's an absolutely wild setting, and it was entertaining. It also has a lot of sexual assault.
I am
And that's fine.
Sounds
That's just in
Sounds
there
normal.
a lot.
I am
Yeah.
at the Scorched Ruins. We should probably head over towards Bellerot now, I think.
Alright.
Yep.
Yeah. We could go towards Castle Ensis, but I want to at the very least talk to the Bellerot NPCs.
I like how your initial description of this setting listed the famous monster types: vampire, werewolf, and Russians.
Yeah, it's like a Cold War spy series sort of setting, but with like the first book is about the Necroscope versus the Necromancer. So you have a Necromancer is somebody that like essentially tortures the dead to get their answers, but can also raise the dead and so on. Like they're the fucked up version. The
I was just
Necroscope is like the green, eco-friendly version of necromancy.
testing out
Where
my weapon.
if the zombies rise to defend you, they do so out of love.
All right. So, important things before we do anything. Around this this giant Mikola cross is an item called the Imperium Blood Burgeon, which is it's like a flower that only blooms where Imperium blood has spilled. So, Mikola has spilled his blood. As you said, as you look here, it says, "Carved words coalesce. I bend in here the first of the flesh of my body." So this is the first spot that Mikola stopped at in the Lands of Shadow when he decided to begin divesting himself of his physical form. Let's talk to some people. Let's talk to Freya. She's right here. She's a cool NPC. Ka? Okay.
Ah,
Can't talk to
Lady
her.
Leda spoke of you. You're that tarnished. Guided here by kindly Mikola. Won't we all? I am Freya. I once fought alongside General Radahn. In battle,
Yep.
you can be
Nope.
sure I'll hold my own.
Try to
Should we
teleport.
try resting out the grace again or something?
Yeah, rest of the grace again.
She talked to me.
Yeah, she talked to me.
There it is.
Now I can't speak to her.
She's very busy. She can only handle so many people at a time.
Oh. She disappeared. She seems kind of bugged. She's like, oh, another thing. Have you talked to our dour little friend? I'm like, I never met you yet. So this
If
is a
you've
weird
yet
starting
to do
point. So I
so,
assume it's based on
Be
somebody
sure
else
to
having
have our
progressed her
dour
already.
little friend share his map of crosses. Assuming you intend to trace kind Mikola's path.
I straight up didn't see him here when I first played.
Yeah.
No, I didn't either. He's like invisible.
I love this NPC. This is like
I-
one
you-
of my favorite new NPCs.
Even when she said that, I didn't know he was here.
Yeah, I figured you had to go find him.
Fie, another. Treading the heels of Mikola. Then, as that woman would surely say, we are in our purposes well aligned. But understand, your kind are not forgiven. The Earth Tree is my people's enemy. By Marika long betrayed. Set aflame. I believe Mikola's apologies when he says our delivery will come, but never will I see your kind as worthy. And yet my oath I cannot overlook. If Mikola it is whom you would seek, then comrade, allow me to give you this. These are the sites of the crosses I found. I urge you, follow after Mikola. As long as you abide by his footfalls, you will be no enemy to me.
Yay. So the horn sounds interesting. He gives us a map of Mikola's crosses, and he tells us that he'll never forgive the tarnished, and that Marika's people and those who've under the Erd Tree are the enemy of his people, and that Marika betrayed them. So, very interesting.
I urge you, follow after Mikola, as long as you abide by his foot.
And so they're compelled to be companions. They normally wouldn't be, but because of Mikola's charm, they are working together.
If you've yet to do so, be sure to have our dour
That
little friend
seems
share his map
unethical.
of crosses. Assuming you intend to trace kind.
Mikola's a guy who says, be nice to each other, and then people go, yeah, I guess so.
But compelled niceness.
Yeah. Correct. When people can't get along, sometimes you have to tell them you're going to ground them.
In battle, you can be sure I'll hold my own.
Chat says that Milo
In
acts
battle,
up whenever
you can be sure I'll hold
whenever
my own.
I say something you don't like.
It's true.
Like, oh, I'm starting to sense a pattern here. Hang on a minute.
No, Milo's just laying on my desk right now. He's being a pain in the ass. All right, let's go up here. Lurker asks, have any of us not done the DLC? I think all of us have done some degree.
Well done this part, I think.
Yeah, we've done some degree of the DLC. I know the backhand blades are around here as well in the gravesite plane. We can grab them relatively soon, but I don't think any of us are intending on using them. But we should go speak.
I like scary body horror vampires.
I like hot goth vampires. That's what I want.
Like one of the details like Necroscope is that all the vampirism, instead of being a curse, it's just a parasitic life form that reproduces and spreads through the skin.
It's the strain.
Yeah, exactly.
Gross.
When I saw the strain, I was like, oh, it's like the Necroscope. Remember that scene from the strain where the metal band member is just peeing?
No.
And then you hear a plop, and then he takes a step back, and it's just he's just got knoll bulge now because his dick fell off.
I
That's hot.
I watched
This is
all
the
of
scene
the
where his dick
strain.
falls off and he flushes it, and it's gone.
I watched all of the strain, and I didn't like it at all. I don't know why I watched it for
I
4
like-
seasons or whatever, however
I
many
like
it was.
parts of it. It does have the most hated child in the history of television.
Yeah, the son in that show is incredibly terrible.
Like, he starts off normal TV show annoying child in crisis situation, but by the end of certain seasons, he's literally getting main characters killed by being completely unreasonable.
You must be the tarnished.
Love it.
Oh,
Like the most likable, competent character dies because this little shit is such a little punk.
But now, like you, another soul guided
Yeah, I can't
by
talk to him.
kindly Mikola.
Yep.
yeah, he started talking to me.
I once was. My fighting days are far behind me, which is why I have chosen to dedicate myself to investigation, to discern Tender Mikola's ultimate purpose. I'd rather not volunteer service to a new master unless I know that I can be of use.
So basically what he says, if you guys don't get his first dialogue, you guys can try now if you want to, I think.
I think the DLC characters are just super bugged in this.
No idea. I can summarize his dialogue if people are not in conversation with him. Ichimonji. Is everyone talking to him?
Yeah.
Yes.
Righteous tarnished. What brings you here?
All right, that's all he says for me. Cool.
Yeah, he only talked about the Forager Brood.
Oh, wait, he did?
Yeah.
Onspock, I mean?
Yeah, 'cause
Interesting.
you can ask him about more.
Yeah.
More
Many
didn't
things
spawn in
we
my
have
solo
found.
game at all.
Weird.
Weird.
I like finding things for you, Lady Leda, her allies, and the Forager Brood. Things bring joy to all. I like for you things.
Joy to all.
What does he have? He sells some stuff. No imparting knowledge and brief. Gonna buy that. I like more. He's a cute character. He's very friendly. He was inflicted, or he was a follower of Rot until he was saved by Mikola. And then now he is kind to the Forager Brood, which were the kindred of Rot before they became Rot kindred.
Righteous tarnished.
So I'm gonna let me pull open Onspock and Moore's dialogue so that I can summarize it. Onspock dialogue. But basically Onspock says like, hello. Let's see. Here's all of his dialogue. You must be the Tarnished. I am Onspock, formerly in service to Lord Moog, but now, like you, another soul guided by kindly Mikola. My fighting days are far behind me, which is why I have chosen to dedicate myself to investigation to discern Tender Mikola's ultimate purpose. I would rather not volunteer a service to a new master unless I can be of use. May I request a service of you? 6 crosses identical to this one have been discovered in these lands. They are akin to Tender Mikola's footprints of gravestones which mark what he's left behind. If you discover more crosses, be certain to tell me. I presume you two are keen to know just of what kind Mikola was doing here. So Onspock is one of Moog's followers. He's a sanguine noble and a bloody finger. Even though he is really cool and nice, this guy's a fucking blood cultist serial killer. So just like full disclosure on that. Everyone who's like, oh, Onspock is so nice and cool when they meet him, this guy is a murderer. He's a mass murderer and he kills people a lot. You know, whether or not you think that's good or bad, do with that what you will. The Elden Ring world is all fucked up. But that is a thing that happens.
I was gonna say, I'm a mass murderer.
He's cool. And then Moore here, he's just he was a Rot follower who got blessed by Mikola, and now he's helping Mikola, and he likes the kindred of Rot, who are just like nice. They're bugs here. They're called the Forager Brood.
Boys.
Yeah, they like to find things, and he likes to find things for people. All he wants to do is be helpful. People really like him because people have already taken him to be like autistic representation, which I think is really sweet. I think that's like a really sweet read of his character. He's a very kind and well-meaning person who is very good at a specific thing, and he's only interested in that thing, which is like quaint characterization for a FromSoft character.
He's the only character in this setting not doing a genocide.
It's true. He's not. He really just wants to find things. I'm gonna upgrade my my blessings now because I have a bunch of them. Okay, not enough fragments. I'm at 3. Allocate flask charges. Good.
Oh yeah, I can upgrade my blessing too. There we go.
Yeah, I might switch over to arcane at some point. I don't know. I don't know what this is gonna do for me. 19. Yeah. I guess I can pump dex right now if I really want to, because health isn't going to be super important as much in this playthrough. Cool. So Ansbach is basically telling us, go find Mikkela's crosses, especially ones that we don't know the original locations of, or like that we haven't found yet, and I will do my best to tell you what is possible to discern from them. So
I can fix him.
He's an interesting character. He becomes our primary our primary method with which we learn things about characters in the DLC. I do want to run back into the plane to grab the backhand blades because I just remembered where they are. So I'm gonna go do that. I think it's like literally right next to the original site.
Grave site?
Or sorry, Scorch Ruins. Oops.
Just full on forgot how to play the game. All right, there we go. I just did so many other actions that were in a room before I finally found how to get on my horse again.
That I could tell that Andrew and I were both mass selling runes to this guy, because as soon as someone sat down, we were ripped out of the inventory and jumped simultaneously.
Yeah.
Here's the backhand blades.
I might be stuck in a loading screen.
Oh no.
No. I believe in you. Just clench really hard.
Trying that now. No luck.
I have to.
It's the loading screen Kegel.
Okay, and now I'm opening my world again. There you go.
No, I'm right at the item. No, I'm right at the item.
I should really do something literally else with this weapon. I should maximize. I should go quality or something. This is a good weapon, but I don't know if cold is going to be great for this because it attacks so slowly.
And where was it? By the Scorched Ruins?
The Scorched Ruins. It's the site that you can see, like it has all the Inquisitors around it. They're right here.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, near all the spiral pillars. So one thing I want to talk about really quickly while we're here is just that there is a Hornsent Inquisition. The Hornsent are religious zealots as well. Get used to seeing that symbol. That is the symbol of the spiral vortex, the Hornsent incantations. They are crazy religious zealots, maybe the OG religious zealots in this setting. They are very dangerous people, and it's as Lita says.
They're the same guys from that later zone, right? The dark one.
Yes.
Oh man.
All
That's
right.
where I am
Feel
right
like-
now.
I'm gonna grab this
IRL. That's not what that means.
backhand blade. Neato.